Hey guys, today we're gonna take a look at the issues that I came across with this. This is the GHK AUG A1. They claim this is A2, but it's actually A1 because it comes with the fixed zoom scope. This is a 2x. They made it as a 2x, even though the real steel version is supposed to be a 1.5x zoom. But anyway, let's get started. So first off, the issues that I came across is the screw that's securing the scope. So right here, there's two screw to secure the receiver, the scope. Now, these two screw out of the box, at least for my case, they are not very secure. They didn't apply any kind of glue to the thread. So as a result, after a couple of shots, the scope start to wobbling all over the place. So after you purchase the gun, get back home, make sure you check whether the screw is actually secure. Next problem is the FPS. Out of the box, this gun shooting a little bit too hot, at least for me. It's shooting 1.7 joule with 0.28 gram BBs out of the box at 30 degrees Celsius. I don't really like that. I like to play with like lower FPS so that I won't like hurt anybody else very easily, especially at close range. So I purchased a 1 joule nozzle, and then simply I just put it into the bolt and I just put everything back in. But I tested it still chrono at 1.4 joule, not exactly 1 joule, with 0.28 gram BBs, still at 30 degrees Celsius. So I don't really like that. So what I did is actually have to ask a gunsmith to cut out few loop of the rocket valve spring, and then just so that the valve close earlier, so there's not much gas pressure to push the BB out of the barrel. So yeah, basically this is how you decrease the FPS on this gun. I know that FG Airsoft, they have those adjustable nozzle for the GHK GBB, including the AUG. So you can maybe like order one to solve your problem. Otherwise, this is how you lower the FPS on this gun. You just have to disassemble the nozzle, cut down few loops of the rocket valve spring, and then just put everything back into place. But the nozzle is actually very secure. They apply a lot of glue to the pin, so it is very hard to disassemble the nozzle. I recommend you to, like, if you have some hair dryers at home, so you basically use some hair dryer to melt down those glue before you start disassemble the nozzle. Okay, so if you don't know how to do so, then better find a gunsmith to help you out. Alright, don't do this yourself because you may break the nozzle. Okay. Alright. Third issues is the bolt release. I've saw quite a few videos that talk about this. Basically, is that what happened is that sometimes the bolt cannot be released, even there's no magazine inside, or there's a round in the mag. Reason for that. Now this is the trigger box, and there's a pin right here. This pin is actually what is supposed to lock the bolt. What happened is that if you don't hold this gun in a correct position, which is upright, hold this gun upright, and you rack the charging handle, you cannot really release the bolt. because this magnet is so tiny that it's not very strong. It doesn't have enough force to like pull this pin down. If the gun is held sideways, sometimes it may not, like as you can see, just stay here. It doesn't. The magnet isn't able to like pull the pin down. Because if you're holding this sideways, the gravity isn't helping to like pull this pin down. You just rely on that tiny magnet, and that tiny magnet is so tiny that it doesn't have enough force to pull that pin down. So that's an issue. What you can do is actually just lubricate this pin, put some lubricant to the pin as well as the hole, and just pull everything back together. I have no idea why they don't use a spring, put a spring to connect the pin as well as the trigger box, so that using basically the tension of the spring, it can still manage to pull the pin back into position. I have no idea why they don't do this, but yeah, it's just what it is. So that's about it. That's pretty much so far the 3 main issues that I came across with this gun. So basically the IPS pretty hard, the bolt release issues, as well as the screw that is supposed to hold the scope in place, they are too loosened. So make sure you apply some glue to the thread. Off the box wise, the gun is pretty sturdy. Nice round nylon bodies right here. They are pretty secure. Unlike the AUG, they are pretty weak about the body because they are made out of very cheap ABS plastic. If you squeeze on the body, it feels like the body's gonna break at every time you squeeze on the stock. But GHK fixed it. They used nylon instead of ABS plastic. And blowback rise, is this the strongest kick I've encountered? I don't think so. It kicks pretty much as hard as the Marui M4 MWS. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about this gun, you can leave those in the comments below. I will see you guys in the next video.